QuilTube. Welcome back. If you just finished watching my cross stitch update, I'm doing 2 separate videos today, so I appreciate you coming back and watching a second video, because this one's going to be a little bit, maybe a little bit lengthy. I've added a video to the end of this, or I will be. I haven't done it yet, but that's the intention anyway. So if I'm leaning a little flush, it's warm. I have the ceiling fan on. It's hot. I had to close the curtains because and I have thin curtains, and it's a white one over here, but the glare on the glasses. So the quilting update. So we're gonna start with Color My World. Got a bit of a snafu and quite a bit of a setback and interest lost at the moment. It'll come back, but I made a mistake and I made a big one. So this is what happens when you don't print your templates to the right size. So when you get a template that you need to have the scale correct, that needs to be the 1 inch as it states there. Well, I never, I just automatically print everything correctly, right? And somehow 2 houses got messed up. Not houses, these are tall building 1 left side and right side, and tall building 2 left side and right side. So that's 16 buildings. I hope I have enough fabric to finish this up, to redo these. Here's the problem. So when I put the little house block next to the building, I'm short. Very significantly short. This one here is done exactly the same way as this one, because I printed them off at the same time. I was very, very frustrated and very disappointed in myself. So I'm going to have a nice little extra quilt when I put these 16 houses. I'm going to make a circle house, row of houses, circles. This is a circle of houses, or buildings. Excuse me, the houses are in the middle of the quilt. So and I've done 3. I've done 3 of them already. And so when you do it correctly, it works out so much better. They're much bigger and everything fits together. As you can see here, everything lines up all the way across the top. So there's the remade house buildings from the previous ones that I just showed you. Those are the wrong ones. These are the right ones. This is a different house though. I had to have a house to show you because I have sewn these all together. It's all one piece now. So, and I have, whoops, I hit my keyboard and I have the TV on over here. Right, I just muted it. I'm not watching it, but I will be when I'm done with this because I gotta go over there to edit both of these videos and get them up as soon as possible. So I redid those 2 buildings, and I'm gonna do this in quadrants. So I will. There's the quilt itself. This is really tightened down, so I can't turn it around too much. But so yeah. I was all excited to get to redoing those buildings, and then after I did 3, I was like, I don't feel like doing it anymore. So we'll get back to it, and we'll have another update for you. This is, you make a mistake. This shit happens. Oh, excuse me. I may have to bleep that out, or YouTube will, one of the 2. But anyway, accidents happen, right? So let me set this aside and we'll go on to the next. So let's see here. The "Oh Say Can You See" is kind of, "Oh Say Can You See." Well, let's do this first. So while I was in between projects or something. I kind of wanted to do some more project bags. That Lori Holt Patchwork one sold, and or once I posted that or published it to Etsy, I just started making some more, and I've got 4 cut, prepped, and ready to quilt and put together. So, and I'm using J. Wecker Fresh. I think her name is Fresh. Her name is Judy, if I'm not mistaken. And I am using, this is one, the spools fabrics, and this is going to be the top piece of this, and there is a tomato orangey colored zipper that's going to go on that. That yellow spools is the lining on this bag, and this is the back side. So this will be the back of the bag, the spools. These are really big, and the front of this one, or this is the lining of the back, and then this. So this will go in the back, and this is what you'll see when you go inside to the zipper. But it's a fully quilted, the front panel will be quilted, the back panel will be quilted. The top parts that come together in between the zipper, they're exactly the same on this, will be quilted as well. So it's a fully quilted, fully enclosed. I'll put binding on it. And there are 2 of these multicolored spools with the yellow lining. There'll be 2 of those. And then I have another one where I'm using this fabric. The makers, and I think the line is called She Who Sews. So, and I've got this in the blue. And there'll be 2 of these as well. So this is the back panel. So this is what you'll see on the back side of the bag. And then this is the inside, which is the spool. Same as the yellow, just in black and white. And that'll be the lining on the inside of this one. And then the front is the same panel on the bottom of that the She Who Sews type of motifs and pictures and whatnot. So I fussy cutted this a bit to get all the good parts in it. I wanted the glasses and the hat and the tomato pin cushions and the mannequin and the sewing machine. So I got most of the really good stuff on there. And then the back panel on that on the inside is the same. And then across the top I put this, that's going to be between a black zipper on this one. There's going to be one on top too, but it's the little sewing machines. So, little bitty sewing machines. They look a little upside down, but kind of like one row goes upside down and one row goes right side up. So, or they're tossed. No, they're tossed about. So there's that. And so there are going to be 2 of those, and they'll be with the black zipper. So I will have 2 to sell on those, and for each of those, and they're kind of almost and I mean, there's hardly any difference between the 2. So I will have 2 of each of those at some point in the near future. So watch Etsy, watch my updates. I'm sure I'll have I'll post something on Instagram or in my Facebook group. I've been posting my finishes and things up there, so cross stitch wise. But there's that. So there's the She Who Sews bags, and so there'll be 4 when it's all said and done. Next up is the Oh Say Can You Sew. I think that's what it's called now. Yeah. Oh Say Can You Sew the Quilt Along with Primitive Gatherings. Lisa Bonchine is doing this. We're going to have 7 clues is what they're calling it. It's a mystery quilt along. So the first month was April, and on the first Monday of every month she'll post the newest pattern, and the previous pattern will then go down and you will be able to purchase that, and that will be to donations for her Hawks for Heroes. So I made all 31 of my 9-patch blocks. Got all 31 of those done, and I'm really happy with that. So I've got the red that I'm the reds and golds and whatnots in this batch. So I got all of those done, and I'm keeping these separate by color, so I have a different bin for each one. So this is the reds and golds, and then I'm borrowing the lights to go to the next month, which is month 2, clue number 2, where we are making 31 of hourglass blocks. So I've got, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them done. Got all month to get them done, but I'm working on another big project here. I'll get to here in just a minute, but I'm using all different backgrounds. But the main print, the 2 prints in each of these is the same. So I'm not doing too scrappy, but those are the ones that I have done so far. So I've got quite a few to go, but we'll get to work on that and get ready for the next month. And that, this Oh Say Can You Sew. Then Moda Blockheads is my next update, and that is right here. And I think since the last video, I only had 3 done at that time, but I've got 4, 5, 6, and 7 in here now, so I did 4. It has been a month since our last video, and again, I'm using the Pioneer Woman Heritage Floral bundle. That. And here are the newest blocks. So block 4 is called Spinner, and this was by Ann Sutton. The designer is Ann Sutton of Bunny Hill Designs, and here is my version of Spinner. And these are 9-inch blocks? Yeah, 9-inch finished blocks. So this is a 9.5 unfinished block. But they're Spinner. And then the next block, that was block 4. So this is block 5, and this is by Barbara Groves of Me and My Sister Designs. And this one's called 2 of 5, and it's just a turn dash block. And a fussy cut to the best of my ability of rose pattern in the middle from the big floral. And then block 6 is called Spinning into Spring, and this is by Lindsay Cole McCrae. And there's my version of that block, Spinning into Spring. And the last one I got done, and today came out block 8, and I emailed the pattern to myself at work so I can print it off when I get there tomorrow. And this is called Game Board, and this is by Lisa Bonjean of Primitive Gatherings. It's my version of that. And whenever I can get Color My World off the wall, I will throw this up there so that we can see what all the blocks look like together. So here's the others as a reminder, and I don't remember the names of these. I can pull it off, but this is another one. And here's another one. And this one I may redo. It looks a little muddled in the center. And this spinning wheel, or something of that nature it's called. Can't remember all the names. My brain is not functioning at 100% capacity these days. All right, so there's that. And let's see here. the last thing, and there's an additional video that I'm going to add to the end of this, and this is the trip my mother and I took. We were supposed to take it earlier in April, and then we rescheduled, and then that got canceled. So this is our third attempt at making that trip, and we finally made it to J.J. Stitches in Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. And there's some video. I took lots of video. I walked that store, and there's only 2 there when I came home and started editing that portion already. So I feel really bad that I'm a horrible tour taker. It's my first one, so please forgive me. I did do the road trip. I did not the entire trip because it was a 2.5-hour trip, but I did the trip from my house to my mom's house. And I did more on the road, but it wasn't as exciting as I thought it would be, so I didn't include that. Plus, again, it's 2 hours, and I sped it up, but I've got to find some new software for that kind of thing, because I don't know how it's going to actually turn out when I actually post it up there. So I did it in high speed, because it's a 15-20 minute drive. Plus I stopped for gas, and you'll get to see the price of gas. And I don't know what you're paying for gas these days, but it's over $4 now. After I took that video, it jumped up over $4. So it's like $4.07 the last time I filled up when I went to work after that trip. So, and in 3 weeks now, what day are we on? We're on the 11th. On May 2nd, June 2nd, Mom and I are taking our trip to Colorado. So we'll be hitting the road mid-morning to make that trip to my sister's in Montrose, Colorado. So we're really looking forward to that. And I budgeted for gas, or kind of estimated that the cost of gas at its highest would be like $4.50, because I have no clue how much gas costs out in California or along the way. So it was exactly the same cost as a plane ticket, and it would be less stressful for us than having to get up early, get to the airport, go through security, and then rent one of those little golf carty things to transport my mom across the airport at an international airport, because we could get, a pretty decent flight, but it was it's less stress. You don't have to get up early. We can kind of come and go as we please, make some stops along the way, and so we're kind of looking forward to that part. So I don't know if we'll actually do that for all of our trips, but we're going to try it. We're going to give it a shot. My niece moved, my youngest niece, my sister's daughter, she was still here finishing school, and she and her dad drove to her sister's in Denver, and so she stayed there with her, and then they were going to go take her to my sister's on that following Sunday that they got there, but there was snow in the mountains, and so they had to postpone it. So her trip, she didn't leave until the next Thursday, but she's there now with her mommy, and she's happy. I'm sure she was happy with her sister too. I think she's moving in with her sister when they get a bigger apartment here coming up. So anyway, they're going to be in Denver, the kids, and Mom and Tim will be in Montrose skiing. Anyway, so let's move on to the next project. So I've been kind of holding off on this. So I told you my mother wanted me to make her a quilt. Let me pull all of this out here. And this trip to J.J. Stitches was to find fabric for it, and she did find fabric for it. Oh, I have to remember, I have a fan running in here, the ceiling fan. So my mother wanted, and here is kind of like the layout of this quilt. This is a much smaller version. I have to double this, and I will be giving you numbers here in just a minute, but this is what the final quilt looked like in this magazine. And so we have one block made. And in the fabrics that she chose, there was a quilt laying on the table. It was kind of like a table topper size, and it was stars, and with these fabrics, and my mom loves them. They're the tealy greens and the golds, and this bone colored. So I made the top left block. The ones that, this is the top left, so as they go across to the right, I won't have this section to do. I just have to do, you know, the other parts, and then they'll connect. So this is going to be the left section. So, and it's 16.5 by 16.5. So, and I think when this quilt in the magazine measured, I think it was 60 something by 60 something, and we wanted to fit her queen size bed, so we figured 90 to 100 inches across. But so I made one, and I will make some more and get them attached to this, and then we'll see. We'll kind of lay it on the bed and see how much more we have to do, but that we can get a better idea of it. I threw in some golds of my own, but these are some of the fabrics that are in this line. The tealies that are on here. Now, some of this is a mixture. So this was Cedar Shake, I think, by, oh shoot, did I write it even down? Cedar Shake by Toolbox Designs, something like that. And so I like this the background fabric. We got lots of that. I'm not sure we're gonna have enough of the golds though to go around, but I did add in some of my own stash. I added this one, and I had some of this extra, I can't remember, I added this is a Kim Deal, but it all kind of flows together here. I mean, they all kind of in the same hues and whatever, but it's going to be a little scrappy. The big square triangles in the center, we've got a bit of this. This is starched. I haven't ironed it, but this is this fabric right here. But I think I'm going to try to mix it up. I don't have enough to do all of them. So from what I understand, I'm going to need to make, if I have to double this, because this quilt has 25, it's 5 by 5 as far as these go. And I will have to make 50. That's kind of the plan. And then of the half square triangles, and I have a pile of these so far. I've started making a pile of them, so I can just start putting pinwheels together and these little strips for the sides. These little 8s, these 2 by 2s, whatever. 8 of them on each side, so I've got some of those made up, and I've got a pile of, this is my pile of backgrounds, so I need to make some more of that, but I've got plenty of fabric for that, so I'll be starching and getting that going. And then I've got a pile of golds and teals, and so I might make a trip to my olive juice to see if I can find some more. I mean, it's not gonna hurt to throw them in, but I think it's best that if I do it now, then they could be scattered throughout, rather than I've got half the blocks made and then all of a sudden there's a new fabric shown in. So here's one. And this one here, I did these open, and it did make a flatter block. However, pinning them together so that the points match and stuff isn't as easy as nesting seams like I did here. So, and it doesn't seem to be that much thicker, so I don't know which way I'm going to go around, continue to go through, but I think I'm going to end up doing what's easiest and nesting seams rather than, but all of these that I have pre-made already, I have already ironed them open, so we'll see. And I also use my clapper to help keep them flat. So, but aren't they cute? I just love it. It's going to be a lot of piddly little making of half-core triangles for a while, and I'm just going to be doing one right after the other through the sewing machine and stuff until I can get enough pieces together and attach it to the next block, and it's going to be a good time. I'm going to enjoy this one, I think. So I'm not sure. I mean, I'm going to continue to do all the other things that I'm doing too and do this along with it. I don't know when she'll get this quilt. I told her, I said, hopefully by Christmas. I don't know. But I'm really looking forward to the final, to at least getting one row that I think is going to be big enough. And then I can take it to her house and throw it on her bed and see where we're at. So I'm looking forward to that. That fabric line is apparently, I can only get like the background and another fabric. I've Googled it to see if I can find some of those, and there's not a lot of it around. It's by Marcus Fabrics, so there's not a lot of it out there. And what is out there, I don't really need those fabrics because it came with like a brownish shingle, you know, type roofing color, because it's called cedar shake. So kind of a terracotta, but that's not what's going in here. It's just the teals and the gold. So is what she wants. And so we'll find alternatives, because Kim Deal has got some good stuff. Laundry Basket Quilts. I have some others that I could add from my stash, but I am using those in my Oh Say Can You See quilt. So I'm not giving them up. But we'll find some more. And while I was at that store, I had to buy something, and I think it's in my video, but there was a thing of bolts of fabrics of all blacks and oranges, and I kind of migrated towards that. So I got several fat quarters, and I got this orange, little vine with berries and creams. I got this black and orange, little meander with a little orange flower. Got this one. Yeah, I am a huge Halloween quilter fan, so can't wait to, what actually is that? Can you tell? Is it a flower? I can't really tell. Yeah. And then there's this. I don't know who the designers are of these. I haven't opened them up, and I didn't look at the. This is an Andover, so I think some of this is laundry baskets too. I don't know. It could be. That one, and I got this one, a little scroll action on it. Get this black one with more varied in orange and tans. And I got this scroll black one, and this one. And then I got this one. I thought it's a little brighter orange, so I thought I would use this as kind of like a cross-stitch finishing fabric or something, or it might go with some of the other fabrics that I have. So I got a bag full of those. So that was about it for that. Do I have any more updates? I don't think so. I am going to be delivering the baby quilt that I made in previous videos, so please look that up. It's the green it's Jungle Paradise. That's what it is. It's green and pinks and oranges. So I'm going to be delivering that hopefully today. When my son gets off work, we're going to go drive up there. It's like a 2.5 hour drive. So we'll be getting home late again tonight, because you can't drive 2.5 hours and just visit for 30 minutes or an hour. And we'll get to see the baby. So I'm all excited to see little Evie. Some of my brother's little niece. So yeah, we're excited about that. So it's a warm day, so we'll have the air conditioning on in the car. And I'll have to put more gas in the car. I've just been buying gas. Anyway, I am not complaining about it. I've been enjoying it very much. So I hope you enjoyed these updates, and take a look at the video that's coming up next. And I hope you had a happy Mother's Day. I had to work, but Mom and I did spend Saturday together shopping, and we did stop and have lunch. Culver's, I mentioned that before. The previous video, Xavier and I stopped at Culver's. But it's good. It's very good. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to have some pretty significant updates the next time. I'm working a lot overnight, so we'll see how much I actually get done. I typically only cross stitch when I'm tired, so I don't know that I'll actually sew. I'll be sleeping during the day for a while. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and keep stitching, whether you're cross stitching or embroidery and sewing quilts together. It's a joy, and I hope you are absolutely enjoying every moment of it. Take care, everybody. Until we talk again. Thank you.